Ephesus was no ordinary city. It pulsed with culture, power, wealth, and darkness. Behind the marble statues and intellectual debates lay a world entangled in magic, sorcery, and idol worship. But something unusual had begun to happen there. Something holy, something unstoppable. The Apostle Paul had come, not with tricks or spells, but with the gospel, and the power of God was breaking through the shadows. So mighty were the miracles that even cloths, just handkerchiefs and aprons touched by Paul, were healing the sick and driving out demons. The city was buzzing. Whispers of Jesus and Paul spread like wildfire through the streets, into synagogues and across pagan temples. But in the crowd stood a group of men, religious men, clever men, watching closely. They were 7 brothers, sons of a Jewish high priest named Sceva. They were impressed. No, more than that. They were envious. They had seen Paul's power, but they didn't have Paul's surrender. They wanted his results, but not his relationship with Christ. So they thought they could borrow the name of Jesus like a tool, as if God's power could be packaged and wielded without knowing the God behind it. One day they found a man possessed by a violent spirit, the kind that twisted limbs and spat curses. And with false boldness, they stepped into the room. They said the words as if they were magic. "In the name of Jesus, whom Paul preaches, I command you to come out." But heaven didn't move. Hell did. The room went still. The demon looked up, and for the first time, the sons of Sceva realized they weren't in control. They weren't ready, and they weren't known.
"Jesus I know,"
the demon said slowly.
"and Paul I know about, but who are you?"
Then the possessed man lunged. Fists flew, furniture shattered, screams echoed. These 7 grown men, religious men, found themselves no match for one tormented soul. When it was over, they were bloodied, bruised, and stripped. They ran from the house half naked, humiliated, not just by the beating, but by the revelation that hell had never heard their names. And when word spread through Ephesus, fear fell on the people. The name of Jesus was no longer a slogan, it was sacred. Many came forward, confessing their sins, burning their books of sorcery in the streets. The total value of the burned scrolls was staggering, millions in today's currency, but no one cared, because suddenly they saw Jesus not as a tool, but as Lord. This story is a warning. The sons of Sceva tried to speak a name they didn't submit to. They used authority they had never received, and the spiritual realm knew the difference. Hell knows who belongs to Jesus. Hell knows Paul, because Paul walked in obedience. Hell knows Peter, because Peter walked in boldness. Hell knows the names of those who carry the presence of God, not just his words. But what about you? If you spoke to a demon, would hell respond, "I know you"? Or would it laugh? Because the question isn't